Welcome to Narrative Wisdom at Work, a 3-minute daily podcast exploring how great stories can help you prevent tragedy and achieve greatness in your profession. IT people, today we talk about how we might prepare for the chaos of the unknown. Perhaps the single greatest lesson from the film of Apollo 13 is this: how can we prepare and respond to the eventual failure of our systems? A good start might be to remember that the law of entropy, everything trends towards destruction, and Murphy's law, what can happen will happen eventually, often combine into a winged dragon of chaos, which will take us out if we're not actively looking for it. In the film Apollo 13, flight director Gene Kranz demonstrates a deep resolve regarding these dragons of chaos.
I want people in our simulators, working re-entry scenarios. I want you guys to find every engineer who designed every switch, every circuit, every transistor, and every light bulb that's up there. Then I want you to talk to the guy in the assembly line who actually built the thing. I want this marked all the way back to Earth with time to spare. We never lost an American in space. We're sure as hell not going to lose one on my watch. Failure is not an option.
Next, consider the dragons of chaos often leave a trail within old systems we have already decommissioned.
Dad, did you know the astronauts on the fire?
Yeah, all of them.
Could that happen again?
Well, I'll tell you something about that fire. A lot of things went wrong. The door. It's called the hatch. They couldn't get it open when they needed to get out. That was one thing.
Did they fix it?
Oh, yes, absolutely. We fixed it. It's not a problem anymore.
So as NASA did with the capsule hatch, we might consider mandatory post-mortem analysis of anything that failed previously. Then, we use this insight to inform our new iterations. Also, consider developing a red team that investigates, designs, tests, and reports on all the ways that can make your system fail.
We see this ammeter rise over 20 at any point, power up is no good. We see it spikes, that's sayonara for the guidance computer. Our guys can't re-enter, okay?
Finally, consider designing redundancies that can be interchangeable for multiple uses should one or more of your systems fail.
5 filters on the limb, which are meant for 2 guys for a day and a half.
What about the scrubbers on the command module?
They take square cartridges. The ones on the limb are round.
Tell me this isn't a government operation.
This just isn't a contingency we've remotely looked at.
Those CO2 levels are going to be getting toxic.
Well, I suggest you gentlemen invent a way to put a square peg in a round hole. Rapidly.
More to come on this next week. Whatever your organization decides upon, Apollo 13, the historical event, and the film are one of the many examples we can draw upon for insight on how to face overwhelming odds and prevail in spite of them. As King Solomon says in the book of Proverbs, ponder the path of your feet, then all your ways will be sure. I'm Cody Adams, Organizational Design Consultant for Storyscape Design. Join us tomorrow for our next segment of Narrative Wisdom at Work.